as much as I would want you guys to know what the hell you're going through, it is a bit of an arbitrary point because you guys are actually going through it in a combative sense. But yeah, let me find my break.
Okay. Go get Eden.
Okay, now. Is anyone here? Hello? Do I want to get more food while I have a chance?
I am back.
Hello.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, how'd the tweeting go? Going.
Almost finished.
Already?
We're gonna head back because my daughter hurt her foot.
Oh, that
Aw.
I'm gonna take them to a place where they can where there's like 20, like little buckets over like 10 feet.
Wait,
Nice.
What?
Hello.
Yeah, the church up this street is doing something, and there's like 20 or something cars. I think it's called a trunk or treat. Oh, yeah, they're all
Trunk
right
or
there in the
treat.
little area there.
That's awesome.
Hey, want to know something I just discovered?
What?
Among Us came out in 2018, but only got popular in the past, like, month.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Is it not?
No,
Has
I
been out?
didn't. I thought it, like, came out, like, 2 months ago at the same time as, like, Fall Guys or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh my god.
A wild time. I was looking
Yeah,
at
they were
this-
making Among Us 2, but they stopped development on that to work on current Among Us because of how popular it is now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh wow. Potential.
Wild. I wonder what took it so long. You know what it probably was? It might have been like the Henry Stickmin collection popped up, and this is made by the same people that made that, so it's possible that that game had like advertisements or something for it, and then people were like, oh, that seems interesting, and then they popped it on, and it's like, oh, this is actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or any number of other things. Wait, did XQC play it first?
Fuck XQC, dude. He's such an asshole.
He is actually, though.
Literally, I think every time he plays with new people in Among Us, they stop. Like, that's the only time they'll play with him.
Yeah, and they'll be like, wow, this is a complete trash game, and I don't want to be in this environment.
No, it's more of XQC's a try-hard asshole that can't admit that he's wrong.
Mm-hmm. The best thing is, like, one time I was watching a game, and he was in it, and he gave people such shit for, like, playing the game. I was like, oh, wow, they're on admin. Oh, man, they're doing this, da-da-da. Fuck you guys. And it's like, do you expect them just to sit there while you stab in the ass? Like,
Welcome back.
that's why you don't play it. Anyways.
Yeah, he's an asshole. So, well, fuck him. Anyways, we're all back. Let us continue. But first, before we continue, allow me to change the music.
We're gonna get something grandiose for the Dragon Knight.
You guys aren't on the Dragon Knight yet.
Ah, that's a good point.
Boom. I was curious if it would just grab it perfectly, and it did.
I love that the video's just called Spooky Pirate Music.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, you guys are swimming. I guess treading in a different sense. Into the subterranean, labyrinthian, subaquatic dungeon of Justira's design and Losha's craft. Again, I'm not going to belabor this, because you guys don't actually have to stay here. It does take hours, as Losha did confirm. It does take hours. And you can tell, even with use of hidden passages, cracks in the wall that only she could fit through, but she can also manipulate to be bigger for you guys to go through. Between that, all that, and taking the wrong turn, any intrepid adventurer here might be here for days. Lost in the dark. Constantly assailed by the defenders of this place. You see fauna which is similar to what Lorelei and her family had in their royal courtyard. Defensive fauna. Semi-natural, preternatural. You see more mundane forms of fauna. Stuff that might, I don't know, toxify or spread spore-esque material in the water. And that of supernatural fauna. Stuff you'd find in the Feywilds. Magical, truly magical. Additionally are the sort of traps that Losha knows how to entirely circumvent, or at least temporarily or permanently. more so temporarily, disarm. There are puzzles. Of course, she knows the answer to and answers handedly and easily. There are defenders. Some are a bit more bestial. It's crazy seeing a converted Spinosaurus just swimming around down here. It's wild, man. That's wild. They're not the same as their land amphibian counterparts. They're a bit more aquatic. More akin to reptilian pike fish than the original Spinosaurus. And there's some more, I guess you call them sentient defenders. Ones which go lurking in the darkness, never truly revealing themselves. Stuff like that. You guys travel through for hours. If you guys ever need a moment of respite, a breath of fresh air in a literal sense, Losha can manipulate the water here and form air pockets for you all to dry off and take a breath, snack if you so wish, etc., etc., etc. Varric, during such moments, does take the time to check the time. You guys left Venkoshi HQ post at around, I want to say, 11, arriving at the Nymph site at around 2. So, after multiple rests and stuff like that, it's probably like 7 o'clock by the time you guys get to, well, where you're going. Middle of the night. Or the beginnings of the night, at least. I should ask, just in case. Anyone want to do anything while they're going through the maze? Interact with any types of defenders, plants, Losha, each other?
No, I think Korik is going to remain focused and alert going forward through this place.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I think I just seem just following.
Yeah, I think we're all in like
Sure.
fucking home
I'm gonna
stretch.
start.
We gotta nail it home now. Thank you,
The freedom of movements will have expired a while ago. Only lasts an hour after all. I think it's I've been going very still up theirs. Oh well. So, you guys. Oh, I hit the mic. Not the mic. The pop filter. You guys continue through the dungeon. I'm just gonna call it what it is. No matter how many fluffy terms I use to describe it, it is a dungeon. Just not one that you guys actually have to delve necessarily. You guys continue driving through the dungeon. And eventually... Okay, I should preface this. Who here hasn't seen Avatar, Atlantis Lost Empire?
Fools only.
I'll take that as the silence as we've all seen it. Okay. You guys enter into a large cavern, an air pocket. To use Atlantis terms, the U in the pipage and the plumbing. Just as the people in Atlantis Lost Empire emerged after their entire ship got fucking wrecked by a giant crustacean robot laser death beam thing. It is a massive stone cavern. And I now have to change the music despite having just put it up. Oh well. But yeah, massive stone cavern, overgrown with fauna of natural, preternatural, and supernatural origins. It is overgrown, but despite its overgrown status, that does not hide, nor conceal, nor camouflage its most dominating feature. 2 massive stone, bronze-reinforced doors. There is a lock, a latch, I suppose, of similar and fitting size. Massive. You guys surface trudging up the limestone steps up to this double door. You guys look around. The place has a bioluminescence to it, a difference from the rest of the dungeon leading up until now, for which case some things have bioluminescence, other things gain bioluminescence due to just Yir's presence, other things due to Losha's command. But here, this place is its own mystical brand of vibrant. You guys go up to the double door, the massive stone ones. The lock, the keyhole for the lock is probably the size of like your knee to your shoulders.
That's a...
So you're gonna need, a giant's lock picking tool, or the creator of this dungeon. But before Losha can biocraft another key, like she did for the spring, the door that locked away the spring, Korik, you feel a violent humming at your side.
The spear.
Bingo.
Yeah, I'll take it out.
You brandish the spearhead, and Losha looks at it, like confused, quizzical, and then gets like a light candle above head. Oh, that's what that's with. Come here.
All right. What do I do with it?
I think it'll be obvious. Korik steps forward, following behind Losha, the rest of you following behind him. Lotus Giant holding Ruim, following behind all of you. You guys go to the double door. The latch itself, the lock, I should say, not the latch. Very, very dominating your vision. But Losha doesn't go up to it. She goes over to the crack in the door itself. And turns one of these stone mosaic pieces that form it. Or form a visage upon it. The visage being a blade. She turns it and it pops off. Like a little hatch. Held by a little hinge. She demanded that this be installed. And I never knew for why. But she says, looking over her shoulder at you holding the crackling, vibrating spearhead, I think I get it now. It is but a single slot. She gestures at.
All right. Key, lock, let's do this.
Let's. You go over and just stab the door. The lightning of the spearhead begins to crackle and enter into the door. The doors themselves. The yellow mosaic sword getting a lightning edge to it, similar to the spearhead. You guys hear the machinations of the door twisting and turning and activating or deactivating, I suppose, in this case. The door unlocks and is cracked open ajar, ever so slightly. Losha gets a smile, a warm, reminiscent one that betrays her fey nature. She looks at the golem, points at Lorelei. Follow her instruction. The golem does a really slow nod. Zug zug style. It is dark inside, ahead of you. This chamber. Stone chamber. Lucia begins striding back to the water. Now, if you all will excuse me, I believe I have to go talk to Vankoshi, as you all call them.
Have fun.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you for showing us the way.
Of course. And do apologize to Justina for me that I won't be here when she wakes up, but tell her to say hi whenever she gets a moment.
Sure.
Indubitably.
She strides into the water, becoming water with every stride, and then she is gone. Leaving you guys with a probably like 40-foot tall set of double doors, not 40, like 30-foot tall set of double doors, cracked ever so slightly ajar, about 5 feet or so, into a chamber which is pitch black.
While just like pulling out a torch, it's like, so what do you think that feels like for her?
What, they're turning into water?
Yeah.
I'm sure if Jesse were here, there'd be something about being a smooth criminal or some such. Now's not the time. I believe we have a good dragon to go see. Yes.
We do.
Yep. And
She like gets behind both of you and just sort of pushes you forward,
hey,
like hand on between your shoulder blades. Go on.
Nah. Rose will lead the way with the torch.
Awfully excited, aren't you? And even I could be excited by seeing a dragon.
I mean, this is going to be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Whatever. Varric just lights a torch.
Oh, whatever.
Torch buddies.
Meeting a dragon, he says whatever.
He's very good at hiding his boyish joy.
It's probably made
He
easier
said,
by
"My
my
lord."
Well, I, for one, am very excited.
Yeah.
Just not so much for this dark cavern.
Well, let's talk about that.
Can we see the walls with the lights lit?
You guys can see the edges of the room. But before we get to that, yeah, just give me a rough marching, not order pattern. Like the room is huge, but I'm just wondering, like, just information where you guys are. I know Ruhan's in the back because he's asleep. Don't wake the sleeping child.
He do be napping though.
Yeah, the golem's just following you. More following Lorelei. I will say, I don't think just not just Lucia, or just I guess in that case, will really mind the absence of a golem, a lotus golem. So he might just follow you guys
Indefinitely.
forever.
Definitely.
He's just like a little golem. That being said, lotus golems are hard to maintain. So
Sounds
Yeah,
like
water
Lorelei has a new minion.
zug zug. All right, so yeah, put yourselves here as I.
Sleepy boy back here. We're okay. You don't have to like be right next to me.
Hello.
Okay,
How
fine.
you doing,
Bring
man?
comfort.
She doesn't care.
That should make me.
Oh no, Red.
Sound just vanished.
Oh.
No, not more people
you
having that.
Oh, he got the
Raven?
O treatment. Oh, your mute spreads to other people. Who would have figured?
Maybe he is cured of the
Something just
curse.
happened with my connection. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're back now.
All right, good. Man,
Actually, no. Lorelei would be up front.
Of course she would be.
Of course she would be. In fact, she'd probably be like this, even more up front.
Just getting further and further ahead as time goes on.
Oh god, now she ditched us.
Mm.
You're gonna chill. This look like the formation. Not that's gonna matter. Totally not. Nope, not at all. Alright, so that's like a 60-foot cone, right? Yeah, that's
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
AoE 20 feet from the center. Yeah, that should have like everything.
I'll move up a bit.
Fireball! You guys enter into the place. I assume you guys coast by the edges, then just gun directly into the darkness of unknown death.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pansies.
So, you guys look around the place, feeling more akin to archaeologists, or maybe remnologists, than, adventurers, for a surprising twist. As you guys stride around the room, and this is a massive... You figure out the dimensions of it. It's some sort of circular chamber. As you guys go around it, having the large double doors as a sense of... or as a landmark, so to speak, of light. You guys see that the walls are neatly etched with draconic script, and also feature mosaics of battle. All of them featuring a bronze dragon in some way, shape, or form, or a bronze armored knight, and many of them feature other dragons of a chromatic variety. Unsurprisingly, the bronze one's winning. But
The number of them.
more than the walls, you guys examine the contents on the ground of the chamber itself. Highly neatly organized, you see a variety of things. Ancient tomes of war and war-based history. Weapons of yore. Armor sets of times long gone. The figureheads of ships. The masts and flags of olden fleets. And of course, wealth. Lined up and neatly tied away in large chests. A dragon's hoard, to be sure, although very delicately maintained. Or maintained being an operatively wrong term, as there is plenty of dust upon everything. Settled for a while now. You guys look around the place, and around, I would say, a third way through, you realize where Justira is, as there is a large, dark mass obscuring the light from the door. And you guys have to squint your eyes for a moment, but with the light as a backdrop for the form itself, you realize, or you see, you spot, you observe the shallow breathing, just slumbering form of a massive dragon. A slumbering metallic mass. Lorelei takes a torch, grabs one from whoever is nearest to her.
Oh, I'll give her mine and just light it with one.
Yeah, thank you. She takes slow but sure steps towards the slumbering mass, circling round the bronze scaled form of it until she finds what is the head. The dragon head. Eyes closed. Gentle breathing for a large being. So not so gentle for you guys, maybe. Is Justira. The sleeping sister of the Swells. Lorelei just sets the torch down the ground for it to just sort of burn away there. You guys can see from the torchlight that she's tearing up, and she just sort of sits down, leans candidly on Justira's head, or around the sides of it, rather. You guys hear the water out there trickling, hear the torches burning, see the door, hear the dragon breathing. And she just begins humming. Quietly at first, getting louder as time goes on. And you guys just sort of wait. You wait seconds, a moment, a minute, then 2. But soon enough, you guys see Justira's eyes flicker open, revealing their bright, glowing teal nature. Gently aware of what's going on, she nuzzles her head towards the humming form of Lorelei. You guys hear a gradual shift of movement from a massive being. Bronze scraping against stonework here and there. And then, well, you guys just sort of wait a moment. Your quest end right here. A tale to tell for sure. And, well, after yet more time, telepathically, Justira welcomes Lorelei to this place. My exiled sanctuary. And welcome. Yes. Friends. Welcome. You must have done well to get here. So, I'm going to stop that. As fantastic as it is. Yeah, you guys are in the more worrying times just yet, but we'll get there. So, back to the Kingdom Hearts music. Justira finally rises. And I have a bit of a different interpretation for what Justira is, or rather what she looks like, compared to normal bronze dragons of D&D lore. Because to me, Justira, don't get me wrong, bronze dragons are aquatic, but I think Justira is like predominantly aquatic. So I think as a result, she should look a bit different. Wabam!
Ooh.
Looking more into bronze coral than anything else.
She looks like an axolotl. Is that what they're called?
That's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what that is. Not gonna pretend like I will. I'll put her token so that I can see if you still wish. I got you. Yeah, so this sort of coral appearing form of hers. She still has the bright teal eyes, don't worry. Fitting for her crest. I thought you were talking about Pokemon.
Nope. I think there is a Pokemon that's based off that animal, but it's relevant.
Well,
I
the
mean, it
Pokemon
does
based
serve-
off of anything that has a pulse and plenty of things that don't.
Mm.
Yeah, so I guess the scene is probably more equivalent to. Bidoo. Bidoo. Actually, I'll just move us all over to the left a bit. Bidoo. Center. So, yeah. Jasira rises to her full height and stature. Lorelei, she stops her humming and is gently, quietly crying. Tears of joy, don't worry. Jasira speaks telepathically to you all once more. Welcome. Once more.
It's a pleasure to
She
be here.
takes a deep breath in, and then Vera just looks at Abigail in a concerned manner, and she just taps his hand like, it's okay. And she breathes up, directly up. The lightning of her breath catching, I suppose you might call them braziers, a gutter of braziers, perhaps. Sort of like, you ever seen National Treasure 1, that sort of thing. And the room itself illuminates, top downward. And you can see the true size, scale, and contents of this room. It is a dragon's hoard, after all.
Yeah, Rose responds and says, "It is a pleasure to be here," and does like a deep bow.
An honor, truly. Thank you. Yeah. Slap from Abigail.
Yes, it's wonderful to be here. Do the same. Big bug.
Yes, an honor. It really is. It's like you said, it's been quite a journey.
I look forward to hearing it. She looks over at Ruhan. I see it was not without its hardships.
I have no idea.
Not at that.
I look forward to hearing it. She looks down at Lorelei. Welcome, little one. She like nuzzles her for her snoot. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have so much to ask, so much to tell. I don't know where to begin. She sits down. Justera, she sits down, like crossing her arms. Begin as all places should. The beginning. Well, she looks across all of you. Don't worry, I'm not going to force you guys to recount the past, 72, 40, or more than 96 hours.
Yeah, just give us 2 or 3 hours and we'll be good. Oh wait, that'll be well over time.
You guys could blah, at her. The question is, did anyone hold anything back?
No. Full honesty from Korik.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that Fia would be holding back either, really.
I'm more for Rose.
Very well. You guys regale Justera with how you met Lorelei, how you met the king and queen, how you guys